Okay, we are live. We've got Loaded Dice versus Leif in this round 16 game in the TTS cuts. Loaded Dice has 1 priority, and Leif has selected 17 threats. Yeah, let me know what the sound is. Robot, okay. I'll have to see what it sounds like. I'll have to see what it sounds like. So Leif has got his shield list with more, very exciting. So he would have selected him pre-release with the gamble that he was going to get added to the modern time. And we've got an absolutely disgusting Hydra, Malekith, Thanos, Red Skull list here from Loaded Dice. Let's see. Okay, so mission-wise we've got Dreaded Researcher, I love a researcher, and Deadly Meteors. So that's going to be it's an interesting game, because page flips usually balance out Researcher fairly nicely, but obviously Meteors has only got 3, so it's a bit less likely for that to happen. Hey Mike, no, I've muted the Twitch, it's not reverbing. I'm not sure what's going on with the sound. I have recently just soundproofed the walls of my room in case it was reverb, so I'm not quite sure why it's still doing this. Brand new mic as well, so quite frustrating, but I'll have to work out that off stream. Okay, we have some teams. So for Leif we've got Shield, of course. Is this Leaderless Shield? I think you could Leaderless Shield in the last game as well. Okay, so we've got Namor, or maybe he's playing more leadership. Is that card there? He is. He's playing Namor Leadership Shield. Excellent. So yes, Namor, Zemo, Spider-Man, Crimson Dynamo, and 2 Threat Radio, looks like. Yep. And on the other side, we have Hydra with Malekith, Red Skull, Zemo, and Bullseye. I guess it's Cabal then, it's not affiliated Hydra. And we do have Dark Reign as well. Yep, that makes sense. So no Thanos is interesting, and way more fun. I didn't want to watch another Thanos game, that would have been terrible. So at least we get to see some Marvel Crisis Protocol being played. So we have a big fat cat. There he is. That's wild. I'm not sure what the rules are. Could he not have placed... oh, it's not red skull leadership anyway. It makes sense. I was thinking about the red skull power, but no, that makes sense. Namor. That's exciting, man. And... okay, cards-wise, we have... for Leif, Brace for Impact, Battle for Medicine, Patch Up, and I am a Baron alongside the leadership, which is in play over here. I wonder if he took no more because he was expecting Thanos. Obviously, going through that damage reduction is quite nice, so that's not as it turned out to be. The other side, for loaded dice, we have Smash, Dark Brain, Advanced R&D, Cosmic Obliteration, and Recal. I imagine he's going to be looking to kill some things. Smash with Malekith, as always. A bit scary. Let's see if these clocks are going to work. Oh, that's messed up, so I'm going to leave the clocks off, because that's not working the overlay. We can always check if we need to. To answer your question, Schmid, yes, I did play on Fumble. I have about 800 games logged on Fumble, which isn't actually very many. There are people with like 10,000 games or something. Crazy. Okay, it's exciting. Here we go. The deployment stack is off, and somebody is going to have to do a thing. Risco looks like Risco's remembering to do his token, which is the first time for him. We're very lucky to have young Namor and Shang-Chi. They're still waiting for us over here, in the north of England at least. In the south they've got them, of course, because London is more important than anywhere else. But up here, where we don't have electricity, no such luck. It's too soon, you say? It's still too soon. Okay, it looks like we have a Red Skull activation. And that's Gunther off to get themselves immediately killed. Nice juicy target there. And what's Red Skull going to do? The grunts have successfully split that thing, not taking any damage. And then Red Skull's going to go and flip this doodah. He looks fairly safe there, even though it is a midline. I think maybe he'll take one bip from Crimson Dynamo, but otherwise it should be fine. He's also going to be able to stay in energy form for the whole game without much threat of a mystic attack coming in, or any throw damage either. So yeah, that's a bit of a no-brainer. Is he going to stay there? Oh, interesting. He's going to run away. I think it would be quite safe to stay there. Maybe he is. Oh, he's cutting himself. Advanced R&D. We've got a charge online from both Zima and Malekith now. Very tasty. Loaded Dice has no way to get rid of the stagger on Malekith. Should no more be able to get that 1 damage through. So I imagine that'll be a line he looks for at some point. I guess we're gonna... It's gonna be an interesting tussle because the Cabal player is also going to want to spend more time fighting over the researcher in the middle, which will give the opportunity to Leif to obviously flip a few of these points and be a bit more annoying in that regard. What's this? It's interesting with Black Widow coming up here. If she can get this point, that'd be very useful. And even if she doesn't, just occupying Red Skull with a 2 threat for a couple of turns might be worth the risk. It was always a long shot on 2 dice. Okay, Bullseye's going to come over here, take a little bit of a pot shot at Black Widow. I think Red Skull will need the help on that side. She's going to be bleeding, and she's going to take 1 damage. Oh, maybe not. Because that's the thing, Invaders, leadership. I'm not sure why the reroll's there. I think you have to be within 2 of somebody. Oh, he's rolling the crit, sorry. Oh, my bad. So Bullseye lets it go, 1 damage at a time. Interesting. Looks like Namor might be getting a bit fruity early in the game, or his Leif's certainly eyeing that up. Namor he's good, but he's also very fragile, so I'm not sure I'd want to be exposing him this soon. Maybe he's just lining up some measurements for future turns. Leif is the master of the pre-measure. have the traditional Mexican standoff on the midline. Who's going to blow first? Put a model in the middle. The correct answer is obviously nobody go there. Ever, at any point. Just stay in your deployment zone the whole game. And hide. Okay, we have movement. Dynamo, it's going to shoot some grunts. He's got 3. Grunts got none. Oh, looks like dead grunts. Goodbye, sweet grunts. So Dynamo is still in charge range now, I would imagine, for Malekith. So interested to see what he does with his teleport. He could go backwards, get out of charge range. He could stay there, throw it in the midline. Dynamo will obviously be a priority target for Loaded Dice here, because he will single-handedly win this game if he does not die. What is an activated token? That is a good question. Looks like Zemo is off for a jog. He's going to go and fight Spider-Man's. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to go and fight somebody else. Where is he going? Okay, so we're risking on a charge here. Obviously, if he gets no power, then he will be able to flip the point or attempt to flip it. But yeah, I think he needs to get some damage in as soon as possible. He's going to be playing a more attrition-focused game. Looks like a good hit so far. Get some rerolls from the Spider-Mans. Oh dear, that's a good hit. 5-1. That is an almost dead Spider-Man's because he's bleeding as well, so he's effectively staggered as well. Right on my point. 3 skulls, that's an unequivocal failure. Faux show. Looks like Leif is eyeing up some Zemo on Zemo action. Everybody's too afraid to go into their researcher. Zemo seems like a particularly good model under this Invader's leadership because obviously there's the bonus reroll for being within 2 of somebody, and he wants to be within 2 of a friend anyway for his additional reroll. So that's a nice synergy there. Zemo's going to poke Zemo with his sword. That is not the same dice roll as the other Zemo. So yeah, nothing. Marble dice. Ooh, that is cool. Zemo can reroll skulls under the Invaders leadership. Mike is saying. Very cool. Interesting. So I think that big hit on Spider-Man might have changed the target priority here. For loaded dice. He looking to get a beam in here. Maybe get turn 1 days off, which is obviously massive. Always the hugest thing in an attrition game plan. Oh, Leaf's rolling his dice too early. But it doesn't matter, no skull rolled. Okay, so Malaka's got 5. I don't think, no blocking that, even with the rerolls. Or maybe he's going to Zemo first. He was. Okay, so that big hit. Not going to Zemo. No counter strike. Let's see if he can finish off the Spider-Mans. Oh, triple crit. Okay, might be a dead Spider-Mans. Yeah, he's putting the damage for you. Looking at these two, and that's huge. That is a big round 1 days. Getting a leadership trigger here from Malekith. Lining up a Red Skull. So have a little tickle into old Red Dynamo next turn. Of course, the Malekith has traded that for quite a few VPs. Imagine them all just be walking up, trying to flip this point with his 4 dice, and then scoring the researcher 2. So that would be a 4-1 scoreline on round 1, which is quite strong, obviously, but he's trading the round 1 days, and presumably he's going to be going for an immediate KO as well. Shield team doesn't have any target mitigation. Obviously no eyes and no nick, no sacrifice. So I imagine Spectacular Spider-Man will just be taking some swings to start this round 2. Interesting. Because of course, Namor gets a free short move on the end of his attack, so he can have a little pop at Resticle here, and then also move on to the point and score that researcher. The question is, will Shield want to do that, or are they going to try and stay away from Malekith? I think you're probably fairly safe to pop Namor onto the midpoint this round, because Spectacular Spider-Man is such an obvious first activation target for the Cabal. Okay, so we get a move and attack from Namor. 6 dice with a reroll. Okay, so good rolls from both players. So, okay, Namor is starting his TTS debut quite well. 7 on 6 to start with. But 3 damage only, or 2 damage only, sorry, to Resticle, because he is
Oh no, it healed one, so you take 3. Yeah. Then he gets a short move. Oh, it's towards, is it? Okay, well, that's a goof, I think. Interesting. So, Leif is handing over those points. I'm not sure if that was a mistake or it was deliberate. But yeah, that's fairly big. I think given that he's going to lose the Spectacular Spider-Man probably immediately here, I think points were his way out of this game, or his path to victory at least. So I'm not sure if that hit was worth it. Maybe he's thinking he can trade Spider-Man for Red Skull, which obviously would be a great trade. So if you can get that off. It's funny here because the double beam from Malekith actually looks quite nice. You could potentially daze Zemo and KO Spider-Man because Mystic's a really good way of getting into him. It does have 6 power for all sorts of other stuff though. So imagine we're getting a Red Skull activation now. That's the good thing about the pressure. Oh, looks like we're getting a Cosmic Obliteration. Yeah, so this is more activation. It didn't score the points, but it did pressurize Red Skull into activating, which gets an activation out of Spectacular Spider-Man at least. So that's a fairly good trade there. Okay. Or maybe not. Maybe we're just playing Cosmic out of activation. Okay, so we're getting the smash from Malekith. Okay, so Malekith is going straight for no more. He's trying to stay out 3, I imagine, of Crimson Armor there. There we go, get on that point. Ooh, good eyeballing there. Leif obviously has no way of displacing Malekith once he's on that researcher, so he's just going to be purely looking at having to kill him. So we got a big old hit from Malekith coming in. Looks like 6 into 2. What have I missed? One of those was Skulls was a crit, wasn't it? Or did he double explode into both crits? So So we've braced. And then we're getting... Oh, what are we getting? Oh dear, that is a big old whiff from Malekith. Wowzers. So just 2 more damage. Looks like it might have been a beam. Yeah, I feel really bad for Malekith, the Accursed too. He is the perennial underdog in this game of Marvel. And he needs a buff, if anything. Definitely not been terrorized by Catwanker for an entire year of the game. Okay, a couple of damage into, well, quite a lot of damage into Dynamo as well. Oh boy. It's nearly one-shotting Dynamo there with a beam. It is a smashed beam, so it's a big one. But yeah, this is the MCP special. He's left me on 1, so we've got two best characters for the Shield team. Almost, but not quite dead. So they're going to have some good activations now. But one of them will have to not activate, which means they will probably die. That patch up is a card. That is quite right. So, yeah, that is probably a good play. It's weird when you're streaming games. It's actually the least tuned into what's happening that I am of any game that I watch, because there's so many other things going on to think about. So I miss more streaming games when I'm supposed to be commentating than when I'm playing or just normal spectating. Yeah, I think that is the best role of a co-commentator, isn't it? Is just to actually be watching the game rather than just worrying about what you're saying. Given that Loaded Dice went all in there on that Malekith activation, I'm surprised he didn't also Dark Rain no more. He's put 2 cards in, leaving him 1 short. Might have been a good opportunity to Dark Rain and just try and get super involved. Yep, so Schmidt has called it, patch up on Crimson Dynamo. Absolutely heart-rending misery and pain. Nothing worse than seeing Crimson Dynamo getting patched up for 5. That is super duper upsetting. For one player, for the other player, it's delightful, obviously. Looks like Namor's going to try and finish off Red Skull, which makes a lot of sense to get that activation out. Yeah, I imagine Loaded Dice is feeling pretty sad. But he's rolling well. Just the casual 5 blocks. Going to give it another go. Very real danger. He doesn't get him here now. Oh, yep. Yep. That's probably an alive red skull. Yeah, and he missed the stagger as well. Yep, totally. So that is a big old Wifferoony. Ah, wouch. Red skull is in dispersion field range, so he's not guaranteed to kill. But obviously dispersion field is terrible against a model carrying blanks. Shouldn't you all be asleep as well in North America? What time is it over there? Okay. It would be lovely if we could get some activated ticks. That would have been nice, wouldn't it? Okay, so we are getting a red squad activation. In pop the grunts. They do their thing. What are they going to do? Are they going to stand on this point? They could, of course, try and get outside of range 2 of like we do and kill her outside of martial arts range, but we are prioritising getting on the point, which makes plenty of sense too. Oh, we're shooting at Crimson Enemy. Yeah, they're actually playing at a really good speed. I'm surprised given the oceanic internet issues. I know, I've watched a couple of Theo's games and he's had some terrible trouble with lag and disconnects and stuff. Okay, so look, so we did go into what we're doing in the end. Okay, what's the big man gonna do? Interesting, we're going for activations. So he's gonna try and punch out Crimson Dynamo, it looks like. Yeah, with the it's a good hit, but a good block. Is Red Skull too underplayed? I don't think so. I don't think he's that good. He's a very static hit machine. He dies just instantly to anyone who can just not stand next to him effectively. And lots of teams like that have a range of attack suites just kill him to bits as well. Like X-Men, for example, they can pack both Mystic and Energy quite easily. He's pretty horrible. He's pretty scary if you can just let him punch things and not have him get displaced or dealt with. I played a horrible team the other day, which was Red Skull 2 and MODOK 2 under Thanos, and oh boy, they hit hard. Okay. Not sure. Red Skull gave up on killing Dynamo and just killed Black Widow. I think if you're Leif, you're probably happy with that. If Red Skull's spending an activation, taking the last 2 damage of a 2 threat. Perhaps Loaded Dice was prioritizing the leadership trigger. Try and get his Zemo to safety. But yeah, it was. I think potentially Loaded Dice might be regretting that Dark Rain now, or not playing Dark Rain, because with the Battlefield Medicine and the patch up, all of that work being undone. There's a problem. I also think Leif might wish he had those extra 3 victory points. Because Marcus got no damage on him so far. And if he continues just to do what he wants, then eventually he'll just kill stuff. He's taking some hits now, though. Gets a bleed. Takes no damage. Ouch. Can I get another one? So Luke didn't play Armor Baron here. He could have played that to get the Master Swordsman on the first attack. I guess Michael did block 4, so it probably wouldn't have mattered. Okay, so that's not what you want to see if you are shield. 2 attacks into Malchus for 0. There are some. They're playing a Baron now for healing. Okay, interesting. Yeah, makes sense. There's some attacks are getting spread around a variety of characters at the moment, which often it's better just to focus one character down at a time. We get a lot of characters chipped into, and nobody really going off the board. I'm absolutely amazed that Amazing Spectacular Spider-Man has survived to this point and will potentially survive into round 3. Obviously, when you're playing the attrition team, getting a round 1 days into top of round 2 KO is just like almost a game-winning situation. So it's interesting that Loaded Dice didn't go for that. Yeah, Mike, it's yes, shield is amazing into. I don't think that Leif has that variety of shield in his list, though. I don't think he has the Invincible Hammer Man gunline stuff just in the list at all in the 10. I'm not sure. So yeah, maybe you just wanted to play Invaders. Let's have a look at the list. Yeah, so Leif doesn't have Invincible Iron Man at all. He doesn't have any of the other gun characters apart from Nick Fury. So it's just Nick Fury and Chris Dynamo that he might play for the gunline version, which is interesting. This is the variety shield that it's not as good, but it feels more fun. Like all of the new core box characters that are shield affiliated are super fun and cool. I will admit I looked away there, I don't know what's happening. So, the dead. Zemo. So we got a Zemo into Zemo. Chop chop. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think Spectacular Spider-Man, Invincible Iron Man, and Black Widow, the fourth threat, are all really, really cool, interesting, fun characters. Like they're very in power level, but when they do their work, they feel really good on the table. It's just a shame that, like, I played some games with like scenario shield, so I just had all of the stupid spider people basically, but with Invincible Iron Man leadership, just to give them rerolls. It was really fun, really good. But then you just play against like Hellfire or Webs, and they just can't keep up. But yeah, getting rerolls on martial artist characters is real sweet. Okay, we're getting a leadership trigger here, getting Rescue out of danger. That's fairly cool. We are bunkered up on that meteor. Oh, we're changing our mind. Interesting. So Namor has activated. There's no tick on him. There should be. Same for Zemo on the Cabal side. So Dynamo's coming in. He's gonna beam. Get some shocks on. Shock on Zemo, that's what he's looking for. It's a nice move putting the root on Dynamo from the Cosmic Obliteration. That was very smart from Loaded Dice. A little bit of a pause here. May just be lag issues. I'm not sure what that attack was, because it looked like it was into it looked like it was into Malekith, because the first one was into Zemo because he's shocked, but then Malekith only rolled 3 dice, so I'm not sure what's happening there. There we go. So Malekith rolled 3 dice for some reason. Let's do another dynamite beam. Try and get rid of these grunts. Oh, grunts with Zemo reroll. Yeah, that's so gross. 3 coming in from Dynamo. Are the grunts gonna live? They're gonna live. Zemo reroll coming in. Grunts block 2, grunts were a mistake. Why, Angie? But they are shocked. It's fine, they're grunts. 3 dice, grunt attack will still kill somebody. Did he manage to get line of sight on Red Skull as well? Interesting. Okay, good hit. He's hit that shock 4 from 4 on all the characters in the Cabal team. It's got to be a good. That is the end of Dynamo. Okay, so we've got Bullseye, and then we have a Spectacular Spider-Man for the Shield team. Obviously, he's now injured, can't contest this researcher, which is currently tied from both players. Bullseye could go stand there, but then he would presumably take some flak from Spider-Man. Check the clocks. Are they actually using them? They are fairly even. Okay, a little bit of bullseye action. Where's he going up to? He's shooting somebody. Or is he? He's hit and running and then moving. He's coming in here. Standing on the researcher. Trying to win that point. There's a line here where Spectacular Spider-Man can web swing, walk, throw Red Skull, kill him, which may getting that character dazed around early, which might be super good. But he may just prioritize just going into Bullseye instead. Dazing Bullseye would also be perfectly good. Absolutely amazed that Spectacular Spider-Man got to activate last this round. Okay, it's a big hit from Spider-Man. See, Mario came in clutch, saved Bullseye from the death. We've got So he's throwing bullseye. Oh no, bullseye's parting shot. Makes sense. Okay. So, Spider-Man got his elusive trigger, didn't he? But he's not moved, which should have been before bullseye. Oh, we're going to Malekith. Okay, so yeah, we're not dating Grescol, but sometimes leaving a character with 1 health left is there. Indeed. Extract? What extract, Lucas? We don't play those on Cuts games. It's just researcher all the way down. Yeah, I'm not sure about that turn. There's 2 models left on 1 health that Spider-Man could have thrown. Dazed there. But he has managed to flip that point out from underneath. Malekith. So at least we're scoring... Oh, what a glorious game. 5? How's it got 5? Spider-Man's injured. He's not contesting. And Zemo's dead. I imagine Namor isn't the point, but it's Namor and... Or maybe Malekith isn't. Did he misposition Malekith and not put him on the point? That might be it. I guess... let me have a look. Oh, I'm trying it. Malekith isn't on the point, and neither is Namor. What the hell is going on here? Neither of those 2 models are on the point. I just assumed they were close enough. That is lackadaisical positioning from both players. Okay. Alright. We're just punching people. Yeah, that's interesting. Obviously, getting Malekith on the point would seem like a very reasonable thing to do, given that there's no displacement available to get rid of him, but we didn't do that. Okay. Well. Okay, well, thanks to all of the patch-up Battlefield Medicine nonsense, the Shield team are looking in much ruder health than the Cabal team, so we could see a fairly big point swing this turn if we get a good activation out of somebody. We'll have to see what the Cabal have up their sleeves. Malekith is fit and rude and healthy, so I imagine it's going to have to be Red Skull first, but he is in a bad position. After the laser trigger, so he's hidden behind that thing. So I don't have the best targets to go for. You could obviously go for a Bilbo and then hope to get the pursuit trigger or the move trigger and get into range to somebody else. There will be some fairly tasty dynamo beams available if he doesn't go down here, which should be obviously quite unlikely. Okay, so we still have some decision making from Cabal. Shield have used all of their tactic cards up to this point. They are free to play normal NCP. The Cabal still have Dark Rain and Recal Matrix left available to them. Yeah, you say it looks like a good example for your video series, which is really good. I recommend those to anybody who's looking for some very good quality MCP content. Okay, what are we doing? Grunts are going, I imagine. Looks like some heroic grunt attacks. They get one, they get blocked. One bit they don't. Okay, into Spider-Man. Oh, they did the blow up thing. Cool. And then we have the big man himself, the Rouge Dome. He's thinking, he's shocked, he's paid for his things, he's punching somebody. Who is it? They're rolling 3 dice. Oh, they're rolling 4? No, 3, so maybe it's Black Widow. So, what happened there? Why is she taking no damage? Did he not pay for skull blanks? Surely he played for blanks. Or maybe there's the pushes before damage and they're just doing that first. Not sure. I guess this is a counterattack. Okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah, attacking into Black Widow when you have 1 health left. Turns out, not a great idea. So yeah, that is... Cabal needed a Red Skull to do some work there, I think. He's one of their big swingers. And so, failing to kill 2 threat and also getting dazed and losing the action is going to hurt. I imagine that Shield, if they have a good turn here, can daze both the Zemo. Yeah, they could stagger Mal, or they could daze both Zemo and Bullseye, potentially with a good turn. Because Maze's Spectacle Spider-Man could Web Swing, double hit Zemo, throw Bullseye. But we're going for the stagger line, that makes sense. Also, so just let's hope that damage goes through. He's got Zemo reroll. He's got 2 so far. I assume that we're going to explode that crit from Mal. Yeah, so we've got 2 crits coming in. So 4 versus 3, so that's 1 damage and stagger. Yep. That's also going to be great. Mars only at 4 power as well, so he can't do his spender. Who'll be attacking now? He's rolling 4, so maybe Malekith again. Ooh, that's a big hit. Seven. Blocks 1. We may get a recal here, I imagine. He's not killing Malekith. I think he's taking 6. Well, that's a big old hit. That's interesting. I might have been tempted to just leave Malekith, because he leave him on 4. He's just doing 1 charge and then expecting 1 crit. I mean, if you kill him here, you just waste the stagger. Okay, so we're saving the recal. We're just letting Malekith power up. Interesting decision now for the Cabal, because they activate Malekith once just to get the activation out of the way, because he's probably going to die days regardless this turn. He's bleeding and staggered, so he is 100% dead. So effectively double staggered. So yeah, that might have been a good recal. Interesting. I guess it's just Zemo time, isn't it? I think that's the only option. But this is a key part of Marvel. You have to keep swinging at people, and hoping eventually one of them's gonna spike. I'm surprised there are so many characters getting activations on 1 health left, though. Like, typically you'd want to just mop up the easy ones first, just get activations out of the game, and then you can just mop up the points. Okay. Well, this is interesting, because one line here obviously would have been to go with someone else and then try and get a leadership trigger on Malekith. Heal that point back, damage back, so he doesn't bleed out. But we're just getting a spender instead. Well, there's a lot of dice, but that's a fairly middling result. I guess he's gone for Zemo. We've got Master Swordsman. So Zemo's rolled like 9 defense dice. He's blocked 2. taking 2 from Malekith Spender. And then it's going to be at Malekith. Don't even need to counter strike. Ooh, this is a gotta feel bad for the Cabal team. You get two of your models stays on their own activations. He's bleeding. Why is he not dead? Is that an oopsie? Have I missed something? Well, I am not an accuser, so I can't do anything about that. Maybe he was rolling a beam. Okay, well, I mean, fine. Oh, he was rolling on the trap first. So yeah, he is fine. He got no roll on the trap. That makes sense. There we go. We got through in the end. This is where Dynamo is so good on these kind of maps, like having the entire opposing team shocked alongside dispersion field is just disgusting. Okay, time for a bit of Zemo, I imagine. But again, if you activate Zemo, then Bullseye is 100% dead. 100%. I've not played it yet, Eusebio. It seems like very specific to a certain matchup, I think. But maybe it's amazing. I don't know. I guess it's a thing that's only for spider foes, isn't it? Because I don't think splashing Shocker for that situation is ever going to be the deal. Okay, good night, sweet Zemo. That's the end of you. And we throw Bullseye. He goes down as well, presumably. Bonk. That's it. And then Shield got the board with 3 activations left. Ship's going 5. That'll make it 10-3. And then they are well ahead. So who's going to go flip these points? Does Spider-Man not want to do that? Okay, big turn for the shield. That recal is looking a little bit more. It's sitting there on the shelf, unused. Could have been useful. Going in with Black Widow, trying to flip a point. Oh dear, she fails. That is not wonderful. got no Midnight Phantasmagoria for Malekith. That also would have been a good card in this situation. She's giving it another go. Gonna have a go at this one. And she fails again. Oh dear. Oh, it's a good job you got more models to try it with. So I guess Zero's gonna have to try it now. Sorry, Dynamo. Yeah, I think Malekith might charge beam next turn and cause some havoc. Okay, we finally got a flip. Oh man, don't stand there. Just line up all of your models. Oh dear. And then Zemo gets to go. He'll have a flip on this one next to him. That's good. No damage. So yeah, 5-0 this round for Leif. Well, that is a fairly commanding lead. So yeah. It's looking rough at this point for Cabal. They're going to have to... I mean... They need some KOs here, pretty swiftish. Like, the tabling is completely out of the question now. You would imagine that Dynamo exists on basically full health. If the Cabal can chip away these slightly damaged, injured characters, KO 2, maybe 3 of these this round, then they might have an opportunity left to score out the game with the remaining 2 turns. So you imagine if Cabal gets Researcher and 1 point this turn for 3, it'd be 6. Leave it up to 2. No, there's only go to 12, and then 2 5s is 16. So yeah. This is why KOing Spider-Man immediately might have been a good idea. It's because she's so much reduces the activation pressure so much. It's a very nice placement there from Leif of the Researcher. That is impossible for any of the dudes to reach unless they get KO'd. Yeah, so looking at a charge, I imagine charge Dynamo, throw him into no more, and then be more 4 models. That should, at the very least, soften up some of these dudes. Okay, yeah. Oh, we got Dark Rain. Oh, I love the big Dark Rain token. It's so cool. Okay. Dynamo is rooted, so he is not going to be getting as many disruption fields out as you would imagine. But yeah, I can see that as well. I think we're at the stage of the game where you have to start hoping for good things to happen rather than mitigating as bad things to happen. Cabal are super down here. They need this turn to go Very, very well indeed. I would have liked to have seen some measurement here, trying to keep... England are going to absolutely dominate me. 4-0. Kane hat-trick. Okay, looks like we might get some damage in, get the throw off. So 5 into 2. We did our rerolls. Blocking 3. I'm getting the dispersion field coming in. So 6 into effectively 4. Take 2 to the throne. Hopefully take a chunk out of more. Get rid of him. Oh, sorry, 7 into 3. That is Beamtown, baby. A bit of a dodge there. Okay, Namal's dodged 3, and only taking 1 on the throw. So I think realistically that needed a bit more to go through for loaded dice. Okay, not the best roll. So we're doing a lot of rerolls. That is a dead dynamo. That is good. That is one of the people down that Cabal wanted. We get leadership trigger. Oh, I think Leif may regret putting all of his men's in a conga line to get beamed. Yeah, Risco is there. It's interesting now. Does he beam or does he spend? So he's got a tough decision to make because he ideally wants to get activations out of the way. Looks like we're getting a beam. Okay, do this. A lot of blocks. Oh yes, right. Of course, it's still the beam because he did the first attack in the beam. That's just such a long pause that I forgot that it happened. Okay, good block here from no more. He is. Oh, that's Zemo. That makes sense. He was trying to get rid of Zemo's rerolls before he went to no more. I guess we're doing either Spider-Man or no more now. So many rerolls on this Invaders leadership. Oh, Namor survives on 1. Ooh. And then Spider-Man. Oh my days! 3 crits. So they get. That's not a good block so far. Got some rerolls in. That is the end of Spectacular Spider-Man, he survived a lot longer than he thought he would, but I finally gone. Okay, so that's a fairly good start for Cabal. Markets are done. The big question now is, I guess it is a normal activation, at least trying to stagger Red Skull. A good turn, you'll get to KO him. Okay, he got the stagger just about. Recal used. I think if you are Cabal here, you want to be mopping up Zemo and Widow. And then just leaving Namor on 1 health. And then you can just chip him off turn 6 and win the game that way. Okay, I guess we get the spender with the push thingy. Yeah. Oh, that's the end anymore. Okay. Let's see what Loaded Dice does here. Bullseye still alive, 2 models and 2 health left. He can auto kill whoever he so chooses, so it has to be Bullseye here. You would imagine. Just double kill Zemo. Hope he doesn't spike on the retaliation. If he's within 3, he might even be within 3. He is. But you surely just got to risk it. Get rid of Zemo here, and then your Zemo can get rid of Black Widow. This is surely the easiest activation of all time. Come on, we've got Bullseye. Okay. There we go. Oh, he's spendering. Okay. That makes sense. He might kill him anyway, but he's got enough. He had 6, so he had enough to. I never miss twice on top of this. Doesn't matter, he's dead anyway. Yeah, then he gets another activation and attack into Black Widow. Leadership triggered here. Okay, so interesting. He's finished off no more. Ooh, yeah. I would have been tempted to leave him on 1 health because he's activating next turn anyway. So potentially trying to get rid of him. Okay, see if we can get. I can imagine that we're going to see if we can get a stagger on Malekith here. Blocking 2 so far. Attack roll coming in. Only 1, no stagger on Malekith. Yeah, ooh, Red Hawk Skull hasn't activated yet, so we've got 2 activations left for Cabal. I guess we have a charge. Steel Rush can probably take out Black Widow here. Okay, go with Red Skull. We're going to get a free roll on this point. Let's save a power, I guess. Potentially save a damage. Oh, Red Skull. Okay, the grunts are rolling, I guess. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, good. Okay, he took the power off, but it's not him paying. They pass. All good. Move. Oh, he gets a roll again. Oh, those grunts doing work. Not sure anyone's going to reach the far point though. Is he going to be range 3 of Black Widow here? Oh, he's not going to try and check. Oh, he's just going to charge. I used to get onto this researcher. Otherwise, it's currently tied because they're both injured. Okay. Yeah, you can charge Steel Rush, I guess. Can he? Oh. That's annoying. Okay, that's the end of Black Widow. That makes sense. Researcher is here. Next to Malekith, onto his Malekith's base. Okay. If you didn't kill her there, I guess he could have moved on to the researcher, so that makes sense. So we're looking at 5-0 back in favour of Cabal this turn. This is the beauty of Marvel MCP. That you get a crack back when your opponent has a good turn. So we're looking at 11. Oh, he failed. Oof. Okay, 11-7. 2 loaded dice. But everybody on the Cabal team is injured. So if Leif can get a KO or 2 here, he might be able to just squeak out the win. Malekith's sat on that researcher, unable to be moved though, so he's going to have to try and kill him or just tie up. But yeah, at this point, if you just tie up the researcher, so nobody scores it. It looks like he did line up that beam. Maybe he's just out. You can just teleport, can't you? Sorry, my mic just fell over. Okay. Quite reasonably having a good think here. This is where Meteos is a really interesting mission. These are the kind of situations where I think it is so, because Leif here has to try and remove a model or two, otherwise he's going to lose next turn. But also he has to flip the points at the same time. Let's check the times. Good call. Oh, so it's only 12 minutes left for loaded dice, 24 for Leif, so loads of time. With the number of models on the board, I imagine it's going to be fine for both players. But with all that time left, I imagine that's why Leif is taking his moments. Okay. So, okay, so we're trying to take out Red Skull. Makes sense, he's the easier target. At this point, you need just activations out of the game. So I guess we're doing a spender. Oh, Norbs is a wonderful man. So this looks like a dead Red Skull. I wonder what attack typing he took. Okay. So it's getting quite bloodthirsty. Leif has a real problem now that Namor is gone, and even though he's flipped this point, like he's got nobody left to stand on the researcher. So if a Dynamo is not going to reach this far point with Zima standing. Interact for free, yes. It's going to be quite difficult for even Malekith to definitively kill Dynamo here. I guess I'll give it a go. Yeah, good call. Charge into Zima range, give Dynamo a tickle. It's a good shout. If you could just take this activation away, or this character away, I think you cleared the game up, don't you? Because this is going to be pretty unlikely that Noir can kill 3 characters next turn. Okay, so getting some blocks, getting some rolls. Looking like 6 into 1. Okay. That's looking like a pretty unhappy Dynamo. Boof.
So yeah, probably a spender just to finish him off, isn't it, at this point? Yeah, got 10 power. Give him a tickle with the Butcher of Swords. I don't like Malekith, but also it's fun to see Dynamo get KO'd because it happens so often, so rarely. Uh-oh, 5 crits. Goodbye, it's Dynamo. So 8 so far. Okay, 11. Let's see Dynamo reroll out of that with 1 health left. He's dead, isn't he? Oh, goodbye. Yeah. And this is interesting where Leif has left 3 victory points on the board that he could have had in turn 1. So it could have been 14-6 at this point if he had done that turn 1 thing. And he may have gotten out of that. He may have gotten out of this game at 14-6. There wouldn't have been enough points left, I don't think, potentially for him to score. But at this point, I think this is probably game over, isn't it? You may, I mean, if Bullseye rolls well, you may even get a tabling here. Boo! Malekith evil, boo! Okay, it doesn't look like any damage going through on this attack. That was a charge. It's true, round 2 Mal did nothing, but also I think he should have dark rained that. Oh, another 5 now. We're looking at 12-11, and I am not sure how Leif can possibly come back from this mathematically. Okay, Bullseye Spender into old. No more. Chip him down. Takes 1 more. Nothing more happening. It's a bleed though, you'd think. Yeah, there you go. Well, I mean, I guess the question is, does this end on points or does it end on a tabling? It's very true, Eusebio. He's been disadvantaged from the start. I'm not sure there's a mathematical way out of this. No more charges in. One shots Malekith. In fact, this is not the point. One shots Zemo. Advances, flips the point. He'll score 3. Go up to 14. Yeah, he can. So yeah, there are miracles that might still occur. We just need to one-shot Malekith. With them all. Easy! What could go wrong? Oh, interesting. It looks like he just went into Bullseye. That makes sense. He needed to kill 2 characters, so Bullseye's the easiest to kill. Okay, well, he did kill Bullseye, and then he bled and died. And that is the end of the game, 12 alone. Brilliant. Well, thank you for the guys for letting us stream the game. I've got to head off, so I won't be able to do interviews afterwards. But a wonderful game, really fun to watch. And hopefully good luck to Loaded Dice in the next game. Well, see you later, guys.